Ireland is known everywhere for the way it opens its arms to tourists and visitors. 100,000 welcomes goes the traditional expression. But how to balance that with the experience of Lassane, who fled death threats in Burkina Faso to travel across the seas to Dublin? Life as a refugee here, he told me, is even worse than home.
If in Burkina Faso I knew that coming here I will be kept for that so long, I will be forced to live in a system where I may go mental or lose my human sense, or my dignity will be affected, or I would feel less human. I don't see that I would deserve that. I wouldn't come.
Ireland runs its asylum system differently to other places. Refugees are placed in buildings under a system called direct provision, which means meals and a bed, but nothing else. You go to another place, which gives you €19 a week spending money, or less than $4 a day. So you're not allowed to work, but you have no money. Time and again, refugees told us they were being forced to do nothing, and that sends them quietly mad. Stephen, who's Kenyan, does voluntary work to keep his mind busy. The government's been considering his asylum claim for the last 8 years.
We are still waiting because we don't want to go home. We want protection. We want our kids to enjoy a life like any other normal kid. And we want to fend for our family. We don't want anything from the system.
So asylum may offer safety, but it involves a loss of freedom, which people say is devastating. This woman, a Christian from northern Nigeria, had to flee with her children. They hate their life under direct provision, and that fills her with guilt.
I was not allowed to do anything. They make decisions for me. The government make decisions for me. They make decisions for my children. I have no sales. They've taken my dignity. They've taken my freedom away from me.
How could it be that Ireland, with its famines and history of oppression by the British, and with all its experience of forced migration, could have got such a bad reputation for caring for those in need?
It's very difficult to see why Ireland is still signed up to the Refugee Convention, when in fact it does not live by the spirit of it, even if it has in place a system for deciding asylum claims.
The government refused us an interview. Their ministers are on the record as saying direct provision is the cheapest way of looking after people who are in Ireland illegally. European elections are coming. Despite immigration being so important, the treatment of Ireland's thousands of refugees is not on anyone's agenda. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera, Dublin.